chat. I need your help with something because I'm starting to wonder whether or not I'm loco, right? Because like if you're insane, you think you're sane. That's the biggest problem with mental illnesses. Um, you think you're normal, but everyone else around you has a difficult time existing normally around you. You know. So I'm on Twitter, and I posted I keep getting notified by it for some reason, even though I wish it would stop, because it makes me want to post and I can't. I have no account and I must scream. I said that I am willing to pay $90 if I have a video game with a beautiful female character. I know, controversial, right? Very controversial. So I post this. And people get upset, you know, especially the furries, especially people, a lot of women get upset that appear to do OnlyFans and Twitch. You know, I guess like they don't want competition or something. Fine, you know. But there's this furry, right? And this furry challenges me. Like he enters the ring and he challenges me. And he says that if I want to have sexy women in a video game, I should watch porn instead, right? Like this is his essay, this is his thesis. He wants to go forward with this paper, so I take it and submit it to a peer review. And I say, it's like, if you think that by wanting, like, let's even say you want a lewd character in a video game, right? So if you want a lewd character in a video game, you should watch porn. That's pretty much like saying, if you want violence in Call of Duty, you need to go to Ukraine. Right? Am I making a good point? I think it's a good point, right? But he believes that I'm comparing pornography with Ukraine. Now, I just want to know, like, how many blows to the head, how many hits to the capesa is it required to come up with this conclusion? Like, there is no way. I refuse to believe that someone is this level of dumb. Like, the comparison being stupid is the entire point. Like, that is my argument. Your comparison, when you say, if you want beautiful women in video games, you should watch porn, is just as stupid, just as moronic as saying, if you want violence in video games, you should go to Ukraine. Both of these comparisons can only be uttered by a person that does not have two neurons to rub together. A person with a very, very smooth brain that you can polish like a bowling ball. There is no way that anyone can say this. But he doesn't even understand this. Like, he thinks that I'm comparing Ukraine with pornography. Like, in what world can you get that conclusion? My God. Hashtag free the V. 3 more days. I'm like the ring. For, 7 days. Blah, blah, blah. Hello, Bretzy Love Machine. Really nice name. Devil King 1994. V, if you don't start this damn stream in 10 seconds, I'll be disappointed in you. As your father is. But what if I'm disappointed in my father, huh? What about that? Did you ever think about that possibility? No, you didn't. Will I be disappointed in you like I am disappointed about... No, I won't, because you gave me money. Oh, I got Lightbringer. I remember Lightbringer. For some reason, I remember him. But anyway, right, so... You can't explain logic to the illogical. Man, like, I genuinely, like, don't know why the furries are the most upset. Like, some of the most vicious people. Second to another group. But, like... The furries were the problem. The furries were the problem when I said that I want beautiful women in video games. How does that work? How can you say I want beautiful women in the video game and the furry community gets outraged? Like they're foaming at the mouth, clawing at my account. Banging at the doors. How dare you play video games with beautiful women? What is wrong with you? You must be sick. How did I survive the Archcast with Dev? Apparently, me arguing with Dev caused the stream to be so spicy that Arch had to take it down, so I didn't get a community strike or anything. It's just that Arch considered the stream to be a little bit too spicy, but honestly, like every time Dev was saying something, I was like... You couldn't see it because I had my Ushikushi Sakubasu there, but I was like... Anyway. You should have said I want fursuits. Yeah, honestly. Maybe that would have worked. It's such an annoying thing. It's just how can you say something so stupid? Like, first of all, again, like, the comparison is perfect. Like, saying that if you like Cammy's... Imagine this. You go to Capcom and you say, you know what? I like Cammy's original outfit. And then you have someone, if you want to watch porn, go watch porn. You know, why are you playing video games? Okay, and you tell that person, alright, so, you know, how about we get Street Fighter, but no one is allowed to punch each other, you know? It's like we remove the violence from Street Fighter. And he would be like, well, can we have some punching? And I'm like, well, if you want violence, you have to go to Ukraine. Isn't that a moronic statement? Honestly. But it is. And it's an apt comparison. I do think it's perfect. Give me a second. I need to close the window before my neighbors get upset because I make noise. Apparently, it's a problem. You would think that the person which is bothered that sound is coming into their room would be the ones that lock the window, but no. It works the other way around. The spice was flowing, yes, and it's still flowing. Like that post I made is now going to 3 million. The most controversial shit, apparently. Apparently the furry couldn't even ratio. God. Yeah, noise complaints. Apparently when I talk it bothers people. Yeah, fuck it. You know, I can't even get my account working so I can tweet you some spicy memes. I can't even do that. But like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 furries in a fucking day. 15 furries shaming me for saying, and I'll read you the tweet that I made. Alright, just so you can understand. I would pay $90 for a sexy female character in a video game. Why wouldn't you take my cash, Western corporations? That's it. That's the tweet. That is. Going on 3 million views. Very controversial. I just want to point out, right? Because this is interesting. If I were to say... If I were to say that I really like this comic, right? Like, this is a comic that I enjoy. Gorlock the Destroyer. She's a certified baddie, right? X-Men. If I say that I like this, your man is in her DMs, right? If I say that I like this, no one would complain, right? No one would tell me, hey, why don't you go? No, it's perfectly fine. Like, you're allowed to like this. This is great. This is safe horny, as they like to call it, right? But if you take this outfit that Gorlock the Destroyer is wearing, right? So you take this outfit and you put it on Melina. So you have like, you know, like the stereotypical traditional beauty of a woman. And you dress her up like this. Oh my god, misogyny! Oh, misogyny! These people, man, like, honestly, they need to be laughed out of the spaces. Like, you need to laugh at them. It's impossible. It's like a clown car walking past you. You know, you at least to give a chuckle, right? If a clown car walks by, what did you gonna... Yeah, like, this is the same way. Like, these people aren't clowns. They're the entire fucking circus. American Outlier. Hey, V, you know what? You know what, American Outlier? I want to see Gorlock the Destroyer wear one of your symbiotes. He's got an interesting manga, the women that have really nice bodysuits, but they have like symbiotes and shit. I want to see Gorlock the Destroyer with the symbiote. You need to get your artist on the job. Like, that would be great. You know, like, it would empower Gorlock the Destroyer. By the way, like, what about... Holy shit. You can make her a villain, dude. You can make Gorlock the Destroyer a villain in your manga. Like, imagine this, you know, like, this lady, which, maybe, you know, she used to be a sumo wrestler or something. And she gets like there's this like symbiote in your world that just doesn't want to connect with anyone. But when the symbiote meets Gorlock the Destroyer, instant connection. Turns out the symbiote was a chubby chaser all along. And she gets the suit and everything. She eats her enemies. I don't know. Like, I think like if you add more to the comic, it may be uncomfortable for some people. But it would be an interest, right? Like, She would zoom on the battlefield. That's what she would do. You know, like that. You would subvert people's expectations. They would expect that she is slow, but no, like she's like super fast. Like she moves really fast. You know, like despite her size, Gorlock the Destroyer can teleport, and she's right behind you, and she is in the DMs of your man as well. Did you see Gorlock the Destroyer? I don't know. Like when did the American Outlier join the stream? Did he join before or after the Gorlock the Destroyer? Hello, Zedif. You know, Zedif is now betraying me with VTubers. Like, ever since I presented Pippa to him, Zedif is in every single fucking VTuber's chat. Now he knows the lore. Now he knows them by name. Now he knows when they stream, at what hour, which days they do, and which days they do. He's funny. Gorlock the Destroyer defeats its enemies by sitting on them. You know, like, there was actually a case in America where a woman that was so big, right? Like, she was so big, she couldn't move. Like, she was massive. And apparently she rolled over a kid, and that kid didn't make it. Like, that was it. It was Dodomeda. And a lot of people thought that she did it, but turns out she wasn't responsible. It was a relative of hers. Like, they came out at the trial. The coroner concluded that the child didn't... Like, I don't even know how they did it, but like they believe that if it was that way, like if she actually rolled over him, he would have been like the people in the Titanic sub. Like there wouldn't be anything, right? So they went like, no, because the wounds are at this level, the severity isn't enough, then it was someone else that did it. Coconut Tackle. Was that woman your mom? You don't know who Gorlock the Destroyer is? The fuck are you doing? Get on the internet. Stop touching grass. Read a couple of memes every now and then and find out who Gorlock the Destroyer was. But anyway, right. The Pipkin Pippa problem. So, Pipkin Pippa got herself into a bit of a controversy with Mr. Camelot. Mr. Camelot, a YouTuber of sizable proportion, did a stream with her. And it was good. You know? Her subscribers liked it. His subscribers liked it. It had some cringe moments, but overwhelmingly, you know, it was nice. And now I see that Pipkin Pippa is trending, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Pipkin Pippa trending? I mean, honestly, she does trend quite a bit, doesn't she? Lately. Like, whenever you see what's trending on Twitter, maybe it's because of me, maybe it's because I'm following her, and I keep seeing Pipkin Pippa is trending. But it's due to this. Caught the girl at my house, and that is definitely not Pippa taking pictures of my kitties. So he is showing a picture with this girl at his house taking pictures. And now the entire VTube community hates him. And he didn't know why. And the reason... I mean, it's not rocket science. There is a motive why VTubers wear avatars, right? Can you guys guess what it is? When will you be in Camelot's podcast? He actually invited me, but I don't think I can go. Like, he streams at a very awkward hour for me. It's like 5 a.m. or some shit. This is grade school stuff. Yeah, it is. But, like, the problem is that VTubers are using an animated avatar in order to hide their anonymity, right? Like, it's not rocket science. It's easy to figure it out, right? So when you mess with their anonymity, it depends on the VTuber. Like, some VTubers probably don't care. But other VTubers, especially the ones that work for a corporation, they do care. And the reason they care is because they sign NDAs and stuff, right? It's part of the idol culture. So when you do something like this, the corporation gets upset because what the corporations want is for them to create an animated persona that is separated from the real life of the character. So if you know anything about Face Connect, like Fishman actually said on Discord, less real people, more anime girls, right? Because that's what it's all about. It's about creating the illusion that these anime girls are real. So through the magic of the internet, you're trying to create the idea that Pipkin Pippa is actually a genuine rabbit, right? Like she's an actual anime character. But obviously, in reality, she's a real-life woman. But they prefer that the life that Pipkin Pippa has, and, you know, all the other VTubers, is completely separate from that of their real-life persona. And they have to sign NDAs and stuff for this. So when you do something like this, you cause problem for hers. Now, I'm pretty sure she's not going to graduate because of this. But chances are that the manager or someone actually, you know, like, writes it down. And we have seen this happening. I believe it was with Niji Sanji. Like, they graduated one of their members. And they brought stuff that they did from 2 years ago. And we're like, oh, yeah, well, 2 years ago, they played a copyright song or blah, blah, blah. Right? Because that's how it works. So you're, like, giving them black marks on their dossier, basically. I saw Gorlock, and my god, though, I'm trying to give people something to please their eyes, not subvert their expectations. Also, the social justice agenda is the enemy. No, but like, listen, Gorlock the Destroyer would be the enemy. Like, you need to have like a 5-man team up to take her down. Like, you shoot bullets at her, but they ricochet. They're like, she's like the Hulk. And then like, she takes a syringe and just injects herself with like some therapy. Some blockers, if you know what I mean. And she goes like even stronger. But yeah, so going back to the VTuber thing. You mean Pipkin isn't real? No, it's not what I mean. What I mean is that they are trying to separate the real life of the person to that of the anime avatar. So this is also one of the reasons that especially Face Connect like didn't want Pippa to stream with Nick Riquieta. By the way, like, I think this actually makes it very difficult for Pippa, because Pippa realized, I wonder who told her this, but she realized long ago that if you network, you can grow. So if you want to grow on YouTube, you gotta network, you gotta appear on other people's podcasts, right? You need to be consistent with your streams, you need to be entertaining, but you can promote yourself by joining other podcasts and being funny and hilarious. So she realized that, okay, well, maybe I can stream with this such and such. So now when she streams with Camelot, which is something that really shocked me, I wonder if she even got permission from the management or she just fucking did it. If she just fucking did it, that's a Chad move, but it backfired on her. So, you know, she streams with Camelot. And now this. I don't think, like, management will allow her to stream again with another YouTuber. Like, the only people she's going to be streaming is other corporations. But the thing is, like, she doesn't even have that many opportunities, right? Because all the other corporations, they went bankrupt. Like, Tsunderia went under. There were like 4 or 5 corporations that were with Face Connect at one point. Like, they had this collab Minecraft server and shit. And they all went under. Like, Face Connect is the only one, right? And there's just so much collabs you can do within the same circle. Niji Sanji isn't going to collab with her. Vishojo isn't going to, because she's not big enough, right? I think like Kason wanted to collab with her. I don't know what happened with that, but maybe like she will be hyperventilating. But it is what it is, you know? So like basically like this is the problem that happened. It's like by doing this, he is making it very difficult for her. First of all, like she probably has a black mark now on her dossier, and secondly, it's also very likely that she's going to be unable to collab in the future, especially with other YouTubers, right? Like if you're not part of some corporation, or if you're not like some major YouTuber, like we're talking, I don't know, like millions of subs or something. Yeah. Anyway. That was the story. So people are shocked. It's like, why are so many simps upset about this? Well, it's because they understand VTuber culture. The thing with Pippa is that she doesn't actually have simps, right? because she doesn't provide the girlfriend experience. At least when I was watching her, like and I don't think she changed. It would be interesting and disappointing if I hear that she did. Anyway, hold on. Did I? No, I thought I got a message from someone, but I didn't. Yeah, so no, like the thing with Pipkin Pippa is that she actually provides entertainment, right? Like there are two types of well, actually there's three types of VTubers. You have like the say-so VTuber, like Lisa, you know, Chikafuji Lisa, and it's just wholesome to watch her. Like I don't fucking know why I like to watch Lisa playing Peggle, but it's just wholesome. Like you watch it and you're like, oh well, this is nice and relaxing. You have the VTubers that are lewd, right? Like Shy Lily, and they do ASMR and kissy faces and pucker their lips and shit. But with Pippa, like, she's more entertaining. She, at least when I watched her, but I stopped because I guess, like, management started cracking on her. She was talking about politics, she was talking about various stuff, right? So, she doesn't have simps because of that. Like, I mean, sure, you know, like, she's still a woman. She still has, like, people lusting for her, but not to the level of Shy Lily, right? Not to the level of people being incredibly enamored with her. At least I don't think she got. Well, Lisa rages at Peggle. It's funny. There is some truth to that. Like, Peggle is a game where you have, like, a little ball and a slider, and you gotta push the ball on the slider in order to score points. And seeing people rage at something like that is like seeing people rage at rock, paper, scissors. It's, like, hilarious. That's some childish shit right there, but, like, when she does it, it's absolutely funny. In Camelot's podcast, while discussing with Nick Richietta, Camelot mentioned that Pippa didn't have approval from her boss to go in the podcast. Why the fuck would you mention that? Jesus Christ. I don't want to know what Pippa and her management discussed after this encounter. Like, literally, every reason that corporations do not allow their talent to just go on a stream with someone, you know, everything they're afraid about, just transpired. Let me see Camelot. Hold on. Why would you say that? God. The death threats ramped up today and yesterday for obvious reason. I was surprised to see actual official members of the FaZe encouraging viewers to kill me IRL. That's wild. I don't wish ill on anyone. This is what he actually tweeted out. FaZe Connect members are trying to assassinate him. I think it was Lumi. But I think she said it as a joke. But unfortunately, you can't joke now, so. Oh my god. You know, like, I think that if we were to roll back the internet 5 years ago on the time when we used to chat on Xbox, people would be having an aneurysm now. They will literally be melting. I do get, like, what Luby did is very bizarre. Like, Luby, you know that's not okay to say on Twitter. It's against the terms of service, but still. Yeah, it was like Pippa saying, oh my god, look what this guy did. And Luby said, kill him. And that's it, you know? But I don't think, like, that counts as encouraging members to assassinate you, you know? Like, it's not that they're sending the Hasashins after you, it's... They banned Lumi from Twitter? Yeah, well, it makes sense, like... Especially now, like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the Twitter trust and safety. But they're like... well, actually, I think I know what's wrong. See, I have never got suspended on Twitter in my fucking life, chat. In my fucking life, I've never... Now I get suspended off Twitter. And I think the reason is that the old Trust and Safety Council, they kind of... Like, the more you work there, the more you see nasty shit. And I guess, like, by comparison, seeing an anime girl going, like, kill him is not really as nasty as someone showing, like, animal cruelty or something, you know? So they're more lenient, I guess. But, like, these guys are new. They're fresh. And because of that, they're very willing to prove themselves and to show just how censorious they can be so that Elon Musk can feel that he's getting his money worth. I don't think it's like the ESG woman that has taken over the CEO. I mean, she's not the one issuing the bans, right? But she did probably hire new people, and those new people are very enthusiastic, let's say. Did Lumi's Twitter get shut down? Let me check. Holy shit. I think it's all... Well, look. Imagine if you're at Face Connect and you see this. Like, Lumi gets shut down and all this drama unfolding. Well, what do you think the manager will tell to Pippa? Oh, she's back. Okay, so she is back. Did she start a new account, though? She started a new account. Because she only has, like, 347 followers. Did she got, like, holy shit, did she got, like, an entire account nuked? My god, Lumi! Lumi, no! In regards to the case on collab, Pippa said that my boss and colleagues had a weapons to my head in order for me to DM her, and so she did. Well, yeah. I mean, that's like a big duh. Like, when the most renowned VTuber in the world wants to collab with you, assuming you actually want to run a business, right? Like, assuming you do VTubing as a job, you have to collab. Like, there is absolutely no reason why you would say no to that. Lumi did the right thing. She did nothing wrong. Dude, if you're on Twitter, you should know how to express certain sentiments without getting banned. Like, you can literally express the same thing without actually getting your account banned, which is required for you to maintain an online presence. We don't know what ban evading is. Well, see, I remember back in the days when the internet blood sports were happening, and there were like people on the far right that when Sargon was ban evading, they would wait for his account to actually gain some followers before they would report. So they would wait until his account was like 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers, and then they would start reporting for ban evading. Listen, the lemon stealer did nothing wrong. You know, my account is actually not ban evading. I never had an account terminated on Twitter. My previous account went shadow banned. But that's not ban evading. Like, you're allowed to create a new account if you're shadow banned. So that's what happened. This is why I have a new account. And I was like legitimately trying to test, okay, well, let me see if I create a new one. Is it going to affect my reach? And apparently it did. Miriam Grossman's audio reading of the book Lost in Transnation needs a female lead, but could only get a male, so I volunteer. V's female voice for his high-pitched, sultry Romanian tone. I saw that on Twitter, but I can't fucking respond to you. I can't fucking... Stop tagging me. Stop tagging me during these 3 days. God damn it. Do you know how annoying it is to have no account and must tweet? God. Shadow ban evading is not against the TOS, okay? Like, I actually read. You're not even supposed to know you're shadow banned. That's the whole point. I know like 2-3 people's fan bases lost their crap after a collab. I think it's stupid, but there are people that hate English and Japanese of the same company. Well, it depends like what type of streamer you are, right? Like, if you're a... So first of all, VTuber male collabs probably shouldn't happen. Like with Hololive, it was a big issue. The whole idea is that you're selling the girlfriend experience to a person that's in need of some. Like, what type of people can be in need of the girlfriend experience, the VTuber edition? It's a person that's very lonely, isolated, socially awkward, right? The type of person that gets friend-zoned everywhere. And at least he has an Oshi. But now his Oshi friend-zones him as well, you know? Now his Oshi is with a guy. So I can understand why the fan bases leave. Like, you're not forced to watch someone. Right? Like, if you're watching Shy Lily because you got the opinion that one day she might love you, and then you see her with a guy, then it's your right to choose if you don't want to watch her. Like, there's no problem with that, and you shouldn't be shamed about it. So yeah, like, VTuber male collabs are always disastrous. But there are exceptions, and Pippa is one of them, because she doesn't sell the girlfriend experience. Well, that's my point, Suka. She is not a girlfriend experience, which is why she can stream with guys. And as you notice, like, the stream with Camelot didn't have many people from her side deciding that they're going to unsub or anything. The English side is riddled with V-tweeters. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, so the V-tweeters are an interesting phenomenon. You got people on Twitter that call themselves VTubers. And they usually have like 50 followers or so. Like, basically no one outside their mother knows who the fuck they are. And some of them are like, I'm VTuber such and such. I will be debuting in 2 months. It's like they're airplanes, you know? They're announcing their arrival. Like, no one fucking cares. The only people that care when they're debuting is like people that are already established or people under a company. If you're an independent VTuber, just fucking stream. Just start fucking streaming. Don't say, oh, well, I'll be debuting in like 5 years from now. No one cares. Alright? Unless you're from a company, no one gives a shit. So, these are the V-tweeters. They got like 50 followers. They announce their debut, like they're an airplane coming into... they're like a train coming into the station. And they have like all of these cringe takes. You know? Like, oh my god, we need to cancel such and such because they said they played the wizard game. We need to cancel them. And I'm thinking, motherfucker, if you were to spend as much time building your channel and your brand as you are criticizing people, maybe you would not have 50 followers. Maybe you would have 60 by now, you know? Who the fuck does that? Like, do you see Gargura going around and going like, oh my god, she played the wizard game. We need to have a firm talking to. We as the VTube community shouldn't allow... You know, did you ever hear Gargura say, like, we as the VTube community? No! Do you know why? Because she focuses on her brand. Off topic. I spent years in Russia, Ukraine before and after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Your takes are exactly right. Outside Moscow, Russia is a shithole. Why, thank you, Lightbringer. And you know what pisses me the fuck off? When I know what the fuck I'm talking about and people come to me as if it's like, no, V, you're wrong. Russia is an amazing place. Russia is the best. Russia is the future of the West. And I'm like, dude, have you been there? Yes, I have been there. When? I went to Moscow for 1 month. Oh my fucking god. The accomplishment. Holy shit. You went to Moscow for 1 month. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, Dios mío. I don't see Gura doing much of anything nowadays. I need to change my VTube example. Yeah, Gura isn't streaming. Who's the top at Hololive now? If it's not Gargura. Is it the Reaper Chica? The Reaper Chica is a lot more popular than I expected. I thought that Amelia Watson is going to be the most popular, but no. It's the Reaper Chica. The Reaper Chica is like what? A middle-aged lady, right? Calliope Mori. Good on her. Good on her. She's got a lot of fans. But I did expect Amelia Watson. Or at least Ina. Like, what is happening with Ina? Ina didn't manage to get a huge following, did she? The tentacle lady. The tentacle lady, you know, like, she was a lot... How should I say? She didn't have spunk and energy. Right? Like, she was a lot more withdrawn. I guess, like, that doesn't work well with the modern audience. You are wrong. Russia is an amazing place. Russia is the best, says Artemis Foul, which doesn't live in fucking Russia and is giving me dollars. Kali is like 25. How old is... I don't think she's 25. Dude, I saw her. Like, there are videos. She doesn't look like 25. She looks like 30. Come on. What the fuck? She's at least 30. At least 30. There is no way she's 25. I refuse to believe it. How old is Amelia then? Actually, I'm not going to... But when did you carbon date Kali? There is no way she's 20... No. That lady is 30. Fuck off. There is no way she's 25. Zenith, I don't care. Unless you show me her ID. You need to show me her passport or some shit. I don't know. Like, there are videos of her. She doesn't look 25. End of story. Yeah, if she's 25, that's a hard 25. That's a really good point. White women genetics can be like that. Dude, I'm comparing her with other white women. She is not 25. Unless she's drinking a lot. Is she drinking alcohol beverages? But you know what? Like, I don't even want to go into this. I don't fucking care. It's just that I expected Amelia Watson to be a lot more popular. That's my point. I'm not... She's 27? Ah, see, but Zenith assured me she's 25. Zenith even said that is a fact. I mean, if Zenith says that is a fact, how can I now trust you, huh? I trust Zenith. He gives me $5. Did you ever give me $5? No. She does drink a lot. Yeah, I guess. She works 24/7. She gets wrinkles from overworking. Dude, you don't get wrinkles from doing VTubing. I mean, I do the same job. Anyway, it is what it is. She's cat-pilled, not dog-pilled, I understand. It's hard to keep track of ages. They keep changing, though. It's interesting how, like, people don't know her age, but, like, if you go on 4chan, they're, like all the Hololive girls have a period calendar. Did you know that? Like, that is a pink calendar which shows when is the correct time of the month that the Hololive girls are having their periods. Russia's biggest export is chaos and confusion, but its biggest production is doom and despair for the local market. Why do you think the people in Ukraine really don't like the Russians? Because, like, look, the people in Crimea didn't resist, right? But if you... I will just put you this, right? I'll just tell you this. The most popular videos in Ukraine on TikTok, do you know what they are? Does anyone know? Can anyone guess, right? So, like, this was before the conflict. What type of videos were the most popular on TikTok in Ukraine? Kali likes horses too much. Causes stress damage. So she and Vash has a lot in common? No one knows, huh? Stop resisting. Cops in Russia. No. I don't think anything TikTok says is popular. No, this one is popular. Like, there's no fucking way it's made up. Like, when I tell you what it is, you guys will know. Russia's having a worse day than them? No. Crazy Russian drivers? No. It's got nothing to do with Russian. The most popular videos in Ukraine on TikTok were traveling videos to Poland. So you'd have like a Ukrainian go to Poland, and then he would film. It's like, oh, look how beautiful it is here. You know, this is how Polish people live. This is their markets. This is their streets. This is blah, blah, blah. And that's what Ukrainians loved. It wasn't Russian videos. It was Polish. Poland is in the European Union, and they pretty much drew a parallel with that, right? But they're basically saying, look, like, this country is literally over the border. Like it's not on the other side of the planet. It's literally over. Why can't we have what they do? Why can't we have what they have? Right? That's what pissed them off the most. And then you also have Ukrainians which work in Poland, the ones that are closer to the western border. Like they would commute to Poland, and they would be like, "Holy shit, that's some civilization. Why can't we have what's there?" My condolences to all the Russian neighbors. Ukrainians not being in Ukraine. LOL, that's rich. If I'm not mistaken, their language is actually quite similar to Polish. It's not the same, but it's very similar. Make Ukraine Polish again. There's actually talks about a commonwealth between Poland and Ukraine after the conflict. So there's that. Depending when the conflict ends, because it seems like it's going to be a never-ending war. The problem with modern warfare seems to be the same like First World War. Attacking is very difficult. So defending is very easy, but attacking is incredibly difficult. And right now, the Russian-Ukrainian border is... Russian-Ukrainian battlefield is at a stalemate. Like, they're making like a couple of hundreds of meters advances here and there. But like, overwhelmingly, it's stuck. And you would think like, oh, well, with all the modern tanks and with all the weaponry and the air... Well, not really. To be honest, they don't really have, like, air forces. Like, neither of them have, like, strong air forces, right? Like, they have helicopters and shit, but they don't really have fighter jets. Russia has fighters, but doesn't have pilots. And the other problem is with Ukraine. Like, there was see, there is the fog of war, and you shouldn't believe whatever is on the news. You know, like, this is the ghost of Kiev, or... this is the shark of Kiev. He swims alone and he takes down like 17 Russian subs by himself by diving at crush depth and putting C4 charges. No. but when you see like a Russian fighter jet being downed, and then the pilot that comes out is like 50-year-old. You're like, why the fuck did they send a 50-year-old fucking pilot? Jesus fucking Christ. Like, the thing is, being a pilot in a fighter jet is incredibly strenuous to the body. Like, you're going under some G-forces and you risk losing your consciousness. Like, there is a reason why they have to wear, like, specific bodysuits that, like, squeezes their legs so that their blood doesn't go into their legs and leave the brain unoxygenated. It's a very difficult job, right? And usually, like, if you look at the Americans and you look at the Chinese... Like, all fighter jet pilots are young. They're not old. They're young. 20s, 30s, max. Kind of like football players, right? It's like, imagine seeing a football player at the age of 50. You don't really get to see that. So the reason is that they don't have pilots. And they have to get pilots that used to know how to fly. Probably from previous wars. And that's why Russia doesn't fly around with planes. There's other reasons, I guess, like now that Ukraine has anti-air capabilities from NATO, there's also that. Like, planes are very expensive and you don't want to risk them, you know, to anti-air. But in the beginning, Ukraine didn't have that much anti-air, right? So the reason Russians didn't have that many planes is because they didn't have pilots. The highest ranked pilots who get priority for missions are older. Yeah, but like not 50 years old, man. Like if you have a 50-year-old pilot, that's the same like having a 50-year-old football player. It's just really weird. You don't see that in the United States. Like, look at the U.S. Air Force. They don't have 50-year-old pilots. And the reason for it, like the shortage of pilots, is because the Air Force Academy in Russia stopped getting funding from the government. Yeah, this thing with Russia lost most of their pilots at the start of the war. That's also a little bit question mark. I don't think so. Like, again, at the start of the war, there were 50-year-old pilots. So, yeah, I mean, if you only have a couple and they're already old and you lose those as well, yeah, well, you don't really have that many pilots, so. You have Prego. The idea of a pregnant fighter jet pilot is the most ridiculous one that I've ever heard. It's like a pregnant football player. Like, okay, but what if you get like a really hard kick of the ball into the pregnancy? No. I do think like they were talking about pregnant suits for fighter jet women, and I'm like, are you fucking insane? Like, not to mention, like, what woman would do that? Like, I would assume that when she's pregnant, she's going to take a leave of absence until she raises the child, right? I assume at least. If you're 50 years old and haven't gotten a desk job by the military, you have a problem. Well, yeah, but we're talking about pilots, right? So I don't know how the Air Force works, but I know like everything is surrounded by the pilots. So, but yeah, no, like even as a pilot, you should still have a desk job. You shouldn't fly jets at the age of 50. Is the chat getting spicy again? Always. Can she fit in the cockpit? Apparently so. There's no way the baby survives the G-force. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not the one designing those flight suits. I assume that's a money laundering scheme because, like, I don't think there is a demand for such a thing, right? Like, I assume that women who get pregnant will take a leave of absence. They will not keep serving in the military while pregnant. The fuck, is she going to give birth on the battlefield? I know that's a fetish for a lot of Hollywood makers. Like, even in Far Cry, they had like this very disgusting scene where Vala, I think her name was, right? She gives birth during a firefight. And there's another one where in Wolfenstein, where the pregnant lady kills like a couple of Nazis and she's bathing in their blood. You know, like that's another thing. Like that was so disturbing when you play Wolfenstein, right? Like, I get Nazis bad and all that, but when you're the hero and you're bathing in their blood, are you really the hero anymore? Like, there is a level of sadism after which you pass. You're no better than them. Did you guys know the scene that I'm talking about? And she's like bare-chested with titties and she's covered in blood, like after killing some Nazis with a grenade. It's in the second Wolfenstein. Like, when I was playing, I was like, what the fuck is that? It was so disgusting. The Wheel of Time has a ridiculous... The whole thing is... I can't show you on YouTube. I don't know. That scene took me out of the game. It's so cringe. Yeah, it's really cringe. And I genuinely think it's like a fetish from one of the developers. There's no other explanation. There's no reason for that scene. What kind of games are you guys playing? What, you don't know what Wolfenstein is? Like, Wolfenstein is a very famous game. It's mainstream. Like, we're not talking about some esoteric game on Steam that's indie and only your grandmother heard of it. No, it was like Wolfenstein, you know, adverts everywhere. No, that's even before the twins. I heard the twins is even more awful. I didn't think they could make something worse, but apparently they did. An F-35 helmet costs $500,000. Get the fuck out, I can't believe that. Wolfenstein cringe blood, yeah. What did they like fucking where she just took out the Akimbo ARs and killed some Nazis mid-sex? Yes, it's that is why I believe that is a... Honestly, the way that the woke are portraying pregnancy is disturbing to say the least. Like, even in the new Spider-Man, there is like this Spider-Woman, which is pregnant. And I'm like, who likes that? Who likes that? Do women like that? Because I don't think women like that, right? Like, if you're doing, oh, this is feminine representation. So, like, no, I don't think women like to see someone else endangering a child. Men don't like that. The only people that like that, I think, is like, there must be a name for someone that's like a prego fetishist. You know, like someone who actually gets horny from seeing like a pregnancy. Why would somebody do that in a Wolfenstein? Because the developers are mentally challenged. Why do you think? Like, someone actually wrote a script. Can you imagine, like, someone took a pencil and put it on a piece of paper? I believe there are games where it might fit, but Wolfenstein isn't it. I don't think that scene fits anywhere. Like, please imagine a scene where the woman is pregnant and she's gunning down Nazis and then bathing in her blood while having sex. Like, what video game could that be? Can we think about it? Because I can't. It must feel extra disgusting to women. Probably, yes. I worked with a pregnant lady. She couldn't even stand without my help. So when I see pregnant women running around fighting, it is so awkward. Especially when like they're like in the 7th or 8th month of pregnancy, right? Because you can imagine if it's like an early onset of pregnancy, fine. You know, if it's like in the 1st month or whatever. But when she's like late, like 3rd trimester, sounds like a scene you see in Agony, even there. No, even Blood Rain. Like, Blood Rain is a vampire. She doesn't get pregnant. Anyway, right. I'll end it here because I need to go and work on my video game a little bit. So, I have a Discord. If you guys don't know, it's on my Twitter. Like, you can go and you can see it. Wait, you can't. Because I'm suspended. Fuck. When I get back, I will post my Discord. In the meantime, let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.